Whenever you could be the greatest individual in football history.
We are back with another video. Listen, man, I think I've taken 10 days off, but listen, there was no football for United kind of thing, innit? So you have to allow me, innit? That's my excuse. But anyway, Flawless, how you doing?
I'm good. You know what I'm saying? First and foremost, we don't have to allow you. You know what I'm saying? I missed you, and your fans missed you. So you're just doing the supporters dirty, number one. Number two, you're always doing the show day, man. How can we never say call it stats, facts, and vibes, man?
No, like,
Introduce
you
the
see
show properly, man.
introductions.
Just introduce the show.
Me and introductions don't work. Like, I fully forget. Like, you know, sometimes I plan what I'm going to say in my head before, innit? And then, you know, when I'm playing the intro, I'm like, oh, crap, I fully forgot.
All you have to do is, welcome, we're back. You know what I'm saying? Statman Bains.
No, like, you should be doing the intros.
Strapman Bains. This is your channel. Why should I be doing the intros? This is your channel. You should be doing the intros.
You're the guy when it comes to intros. But listen,
I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying?
Make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to Sarcasm City. The link is in the title. And follow the TikTok. I've actually been posting daily on there for the last 10 days.
Go follow the TikTok, people. Go follow their TikTok.
And after we're done, I uploaded the TikTok just before we started, innit? So make sure you guys go watch that. But listen, Arsenal. I think I titled the show Arsenal in the title race. Because I said this to you off air. I don't necessarily think Arsenal in the title race.
Thank God.
But the level of football they've been playing, I am very, very impressed right now. I'm not even going to lie. And I said this when we beat them. I still thought Arsenal had passages of where they were playing very, very good football kind of thing, innit? And so far, they're getting the results. Let's be honest, Brentford's a hard place to go, by the way. Like, I don't want people to underestimate that Brentford game because Brentford away, that's a tough place. We got battered 4-0. They went there, comfortably won 3-0.
Mm-hmm.
And it was comfortable for them. And they looked really, really impressive doing it. What do you think about Arsenal?
That's all well and good. But again, you said it there. They look good. They look good for Arsenal. Because the bar's on the floor for them.
I don't think they look good for Arsenal.
This is the... All right, let me kill this dead. This is the best Arsenal team you've seen.
Yeah.
Exactly. And what's the best Arsenal team you've seen before this one?
See, I'm younger though, innit? So
but no. That's besides the point of the question. And you're making my point. What's the best? You are old enough to have seen Arsenal teams. My point. What's the best Arsenal team you've seen prior to this one?
Ooh.
See, they're that bad that you can't even remember. This is what I'm talking about.
It must have been one of Alexis' seasons kind of thing, innit?
Okay, the bar's on the floor when they finished fourth. They did nothing of note.
Mm.
This is my point. Yes, they're playing well. Give them their props. Yes, they're at, for the first time in a long time, they are beating teams they're supposed to beat. But I don't give credit for that. There's nobody Arsenal. Wait. There's nobody Arsenal have beat that they weren't supposed to beat. They're beating. We're giving them credit for doing what they're supposed to do.
No, but Brentford away, that's a tough game.
Palace
away is a tough game. And
they should, but they're better than both those sides.
Yeah, I know, but we know football's kind of not played on paper. And
no,
it's the way they've looked in those games. Against Brentford, by the way, they were very, very impressive.
Brentford, I didn't watch, but against Palace, they were decent. They were nothing special against Palace. Let's call a spade a spade.
Yeah, but this is the first game of the season.
And you know what it was? Yeah, because we all expected them
under
to
the lights.
Because that's typical Arsenal. And this is my point when I say the bar's on the floor.
But don't look at that. That's typical Arsenal, and they didn't.
Yeah, because they're better, because they are a better side than they were. And that's the point I'm making. Are they better? Yes. Do they deserve credit for beating Brentford and beating Palace and beating other sides and the form they're in and the way they're playing? Do they deserve credit for that? Does Arteta deserve credit for that? Absolutely. 110% they deserve credit. But when it amounts to nothing, this conversation is going to mean nothing. These hypotheticals mean absolutely nothing.
No, I know that.
I'm glad you know that. I'm glad you know that. I'm glad you know that. I didn't know if you were sipping too much of the Arsenal Kool-Aid.
No.
You know what I'm saying.
Because I'll be honest here. I hate saying this because obviously I want United to be that level. But I genuinely enjoy watching Arsenal right now as a footballing fan. Like yesterday, I said it. I keep saying, and I've said this for the longest. Granit Xhaka is severely underrated. Funnily enough, if you follow me on TikTok, I made a video on that. So make sure you guys follow the TikTok. And I said, I think Granit Xhaka is one of the most underrated players in the Premier League. And Granit Xhaka yesterday was phenomenal and has been phenomenal for a very long time in my eyes. Like his level of performances have been very impressive. Arsenal as a side, like if we're looking at the balance, the profiles, they have such a nicely balanced side, you know. Like I'm not even like, you know, for example, how much, for example, the wingers. Like, I'm not even going to say I'm Saka's biggest fan. For example, you know my opinions on Saka.
Yeah. I've heard you speak on Saka. Yeah.
But the way, like, the profiles of Saka and the profile of Martinelli on the other side with Jesus up top, and then they had a bit more of an aggressive number 10 in Fabio Vieira yesterday with Xhaka partying behind. Like, you have to be kind of jealous.
No, I'll never be jealous of Arsenal. Not this Arsenal.
Man, I'll be honest.
No.
If I'm an Arsenal fan, I'm loving life right now.
Yeah, of course you are, because this is the best Arsenal team you've seen in a long, long time. So of course you're going to be happy as an Arsenal fan. You know what I'm saying? But like my Don Peter says in it, there's being good and then there's being Arsenal good. There's a difference. You set the bar lower for them.
You see this I hear would be sad if we weren't playing well after freeze. I 100% hear that, yeah, but for the now kind of thing, I am very impressed.
Don't get me wrong, they're a good side. Are they good to watch? Absolutely. They are good. They are good to watch. Absolutely, 110%. And Ibuka said, this man, so what am I, again, people, poke holes in what I'm saying. We can, let's go back and forth and we can disagree, poke holes in what I'm saying. This is the best side. This is the best Arsenal side people have seen in a long time. Someone tell me I'm wrong. Someone tell me I'm wrong in the chat. Poke holes in what, before you go, poke holes in what I'm saying and let's have the conversation, people. Because there's no team Arsenal have beat. Every team, we're giving them credit for what they're supposed to do, but that's because of the bar we have Arsenal. Arsenal is supposed to go away to Brentford and win. They're supposed to beat Palace away. They're supposed to do these things. They're one of the better teams in the league. They're at least top 5, top 4 in some top 3.
So I big up Vinny, by the way. So far this season, do you think Arsenal have been the best side? I'm not saying they're going to win the title, but in terms of football results, I think Arsenal have been their side in the league so far.
Out of 7, how many games we in? 7 games in?
Yeah,
that's fair. If someone said
that, they've been the team I've been impressed most by this season, hands down. I said it pre-season, they look very, very impressive. I still think Arsenal needed another midfielder. I still think they needed another potential winger. But at the same time, I said this in pre-season, the signings that they got, for example, Jesus, Zinchenko, they got them in relatively early. They could settle in. Jesus settled in pre-season, scoring goals. And now you're seeing Jesus' impact on that side. Very impressive. And I even said this here. You know, in terms of Arteta as a coach, this is something I've been very, very impressed by. I've always said I think Arteta is a good coach, and I always had questions if he's a good manager. 2 different things. But for example, even on the bench, funny enough, I made another TikTok on this yesterday, so make sure you guys follow. You see Eddie and Nketiah.
TikTok people. Go follow.
You see Eddie and Nketiah, for example,
Yeah.
Remember a year ago, I think I done a show on you with you, and I was hating him. I used to think this guy was dead food, scored that hat-trick against Sunderland, used to do that little silly this thing. But you know Eddie Nketiah right now, and has been for the last year, his transformation on the Mikel Arteta has been very, very impressive. He actually looks like a half-decent player, you know. And this is what I say, Arteta as a coach has improved a lot of these players, which is why I have to give Arteta credit, kind of.
I give Arteta credit for that. Like I said no. I have given Arsenal credit. I said Arsenal have played well this season. I said they do deserve the flowers they're getting. My point is nobody's poking holes in what I'm saying. And how is it bullshit? But tell me who Arsenal beat who they weren't supposed to beat. Tell me. Somebody answer me that question out of Brentford and Palace.
No, but you see this.
Wait, before you go, correct me if I'm wrong. Are Arsenal not favourites? Every game Arsenal have played so far this season in the Premier League, including us, were they not favourites going into the game?
No, I hear that. But the thing
no. Were they favourites going into the game?
Yeah. And I agree with that.
All right, cool.
But the problem is, you see with most teams in the league, for example, even Manchester City, they're favourites against literally every single side.
Yeah.
Being favourites and getting the points is 2 different things.
No, it is.
City were the favourites against what do you call it? Aston Villa, for example.
Yeah, Aston Villa. Yeah.
And guess what? I think they drew that game.
And then they drew. But you know what we do when they draw? We criticise them.
Yeah, but
that's my point. You know what I'm saying? And more often than not, City do get it right. So this is my point. Like the bar's such on the floor for Arsenal. They're favourites for every single game they've played. They haven't won every single game they've played, by the way, because they lost to us and we're this bad and all this type of stuff. But yet we're giving them credit for beating Palace away, beating Brentford away. This wouldn't happen with any other team.
No, I think it does.
If not, any serious team. This don't happen with City. If City beat Brentford away and beat Palace away, which are tough places to go, we're not hyping it up. If Liverpool beat, and they have been poor, but if Liverpool in past years had beat Brighton away, had beat Brentford away and Palace away, we're not praising it.
No, but you always look at those games and say they're tough. Banana slips kind of thing, isn't it?
No,
the game where you could potentially drop points because they're tough grounds to go to. And
yes,
then when they win, you say, you know what, fair play. That was a tough ground to go to.
they're tough grounds to go to, but you expect the likes. Look, put it this way: Liverpool and City would not get the plaudits that Arsenal are getting right now if they had the same run. No, they wouldn't. No, they wouldn't. No, they wouldn't.
If, for example, if City went to or Liverpool went to Brentford away yesterday and won 3-0 in the manner that they did, I would have said that's very impressive.
No, you would say it's very impressive because you're a man of football. I'm not talking about you when I include you in this because you will call it as you see it. I'm saying in general, look at the hype they're getting. Arsenal are getting hype like they've been on a 15-winning game run.
No, I don't think they are, you know.
Or the teams they are. Look at the title of the video.
No, but you see this was to entice the audience in kind of thing.
Yeah, but people believe this. People believe this. People will answer the question. Yes, yeah, they do, fam.
I don't think Arsenal fans believe in the title.
Put out on your TikTok and get the response back. I don't know if you can do polls or ask the question and see the responses you get.
No, I don't think Arsenal fans think they're the titles. I think let's be honest, most of them probably still do think they should be. I think Arsenal fans always said they should be getting top 4 this year. There's no excuses for that, and there may be
a race.
Maybe a trophy.
With Chelsea, with Tuchel, that's changed in my eyes, isn't it? Because obviously I had Chelsea as like dead certs in the top 4. But now that's for a spanner in the works. That's for a spanner in the works. Hey, you man talking about no one believes that Arsenal, go to social media. Go to social media and go tell me that people don't believe Arsenal can win a league title. Don't do this. You know what I'm saying? And you lot not might. But I guarantee, go to social media and type in Arsenal Premier League winners. Go to Twitter.
No, but let's be honest here.
Go to Instagram. Go on.
Every club has those like fans kind of thing in it that they're always going to think they're going to win the league. But I'm just saying the large majority of Arsenal fans don't think they can win the league.
Hey, there's enough of them that think it, isn't it? It's not just Twitter. Go to Facebook. Go to Instagram. Go to Instagram.
How old are you, Flo?
No, I'm saying that. Yo, go to Facebook. Go to Instagram. Is that not so? Go to TikTok then. You can do polls on TikTok, right?
I don't like the TikTok audience, I'll be honest, in terms
of... you don't like... How come you don't like the TikTok audience? Talk to me.
I think like their footballing knowledge ain't that great sometimes, isn't it?
Hey, the comment section be crazy because like I said, nobody's actually poked holes in what I've said.
No, but you see this, look.
Not a one person.
Paulie, probably butcher that name, is an Arsenal fan. He's saying we're not going to win it.
Yeah, that's Paulie.
Midway is another Arsenal fan. I think he is. He said...
And before you go, Jonathan says that's your Arsenal agenda speaking right there. Why do I need to have an Arsenal agenda? You man don't do anything. What is there to have an agenda against? I hate this victim mentality that Arsenal fans have. Why do I need to have an agenda against you? When your team, I don't know how old you are, in your entire life probably haven't won a big trophy. You like ain't won a big trophy.
You're disrespecting Arsenal, you know.
How am I disrespecting? Okay, so you call that. Wait. Okay, so let's pinpoint what I said. Forget the messenger, because people don't like it because it's me saying this. Forget the messenger. Hear the message. What have Arsenal done for me to have an agenda against them in the last 20 years? No. I'm
not saying it's an agenda. I'm just saying you have to give them
how is it okay? So you called it this? No. You called it disrespect. How is it disrespectful?
Because you have to give them credit for what they've done so far.
Did I not at the very start of the show give them credit?
No. But
did I not give them credit?
Oh, he's an Arsenal fan. Fairs.
Did I wait? Did I not give them credit and say they deserve it? You know what I'm saying?
No. I hear that. But I'm just saying, in terms of them getting results, they're literally the only team that have won majority of the games that they should. City haven't, because they, for example, drew against Newcastle.
What did you just say then? They won the majority of the games that they shouldn't.
That they should have, kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
And none of the other sides in the league can say that. City drew 2 silly games so far this season.
And the thing is,
I've drawn 2 games. And the thing is level of performances. Arsenal's level of performances have been very...
And the thing is...
You see this? I know him in real life. He's a troll.
Oh, is he just running bants? Yeah. The thing is, again, but back to the original point, because people can say what they want in the chat, but no one's poked holes in what I'm saying. You said I'm being disrespectful to Arsenal. I'm asking you how. Explain.
No, but I don't think you're giving them enough credit.
Okay, so now that's a different conversation. So not giving them enough credit and being disrespectful.
And disrespectful saying they only look good for Arsenal standards.
Yeah, they do.
They look good because they're a good footballing side right now.
No. They look good for Arsenal standards. All right, good footballing hype. Okay, what's that going to win them?
No, but they're playing good football and getting results.
They play good, which is
they've
all
only
well
lost one
and
game
good.
this season. They've only
what is that going to
win
them? What is that going to win them, Bainsy? Good footballing hype is great. I've seen that. The thing is, you know what the crazy part is? You know what the crazy part is? I've seen Arsenal do this before. This is the Arsenal model. Under Wenger, for those that are old enough to remember, they used to do this all the time. They was at one point where they played the best football in the league year in, year out, year in, year out. And guess what they won? Nothing. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Nothing in Europe. And this is the same thing. So I've seen this story before where they play good football.
You see this?
Wait. Do you think Arsenal play the best football in the league currently right now?
So far this season.
Okay. So my point is, this was a thing that Arsenal fans used to say. Yeah, they play great and they play good football. I'm not disputing that. Give them the credit for the results they get. But I'm results based at the end of the season. What is it going to?
I hear the results thing in it at the end of the season. But I'm just saying right now, they're getting results, playing good football. They're rebounding nicely for the defeat against United with a victory against Brentford. They're performing to a very high level in my eyes.
For Arsenal, yeah?
No, man. Like, it's not for Arsenal. As I keep saying.
Because you don't believe this high level of performance can win them anything.
No, but that's because I think City's high level of performance is literally above everyone else's in the league.
If Liverpool were performing to a high level, we would think they could contend and push City close.
Yeah, but that's because we also have more evidence in the past.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're a better team with a better manager with better players.
No, but this is what I'm saying. Like, in terms of Arsenal's evidence in the past, I 100% hear it, which is why I'm not saying Arsenal are going to win the league. But I'm just saying Arsenal's level of performances right now, if I didn't know the history, the first 7 games of the season, that's all I knew, I am extremely impressed.
Well, that's fair. That's fair. You know what I'm saying? That's fair, but I'm not being disrespectful. I'm just bringing man back down to earth and that. And Dark, I do always do that. Again, that's why nobody's poked holes in what I've said. People just don't like the messenger because it's me. You know what I'm saying? And how I'm delivering it. Forget the messenger. Did you get the message?
No, you see this. I get where Flawless is coming from. Spitting facts is a false dawn with Arsenal. I generally don't think it's a false dawn with Arsenal. I think my biggest problem with Arsenal is obviously squad depth, injuries, key areas, Partey gets injured. I don't trust Sammy Lokonga enough. They're heavily reliant on, for example, Saka on the right-hand side. They probably should have brought in another right-hand side player. And let's be honest, even though I like Eddie and Nketiah, the level of like step down from Jesus to Eddie and Nketiah is still quite a lot kind of thing, isn't it?
That's fair.
But at the same time, the level of performances from these players, like they've had patches of these sort of performances. No, actually not performances, but results last season, for example, innit? Like, I remember last season, Arsenal had a patch where they had like a 10-game period where they're winning quite a lot.
Yes, because
they had some of the best football in Europe, best points in Europe during that period.
Yeah, I think, was it from January till the end of the season or something like that? They accumulated.
No, I don't think it was the end of the season. I think it was probably around March, April time kind of thing.
Was it like 3-4 months?
Because then they got a couple injuries and then it kind of changed, didn't it? But they've had patches where Arteta was getting results. Now the results and the performances are very, very good. Well, Arsenal 6 wins from 7 performances have been top notch in my eyes. Defensively, they look solid. Fair play. And someone said so. But you see this. So did Oli though. So what? I don't think this is any similar to Oli. Like you can clearly see, for example, the different patterns of play in Arsenal side, the balance in this side from, for example, their wingers, fullbacks coming inside. They're a very, very well coached side.
Yeah, they're coached, very well drilled. Yes.
I've always said this. Arteta, by the way, is a top coach. Top coach. I've always said I doubt him as a manager. I still think his managerial skills could improve.
But you like him as a coach.
I saw something at United Arena posted the other day where apparently, you know, when I can't remember where Pep was here, but Pep used to phone Arteta for advice. And that was before Arteta was obviously part of the coaching staff. No, but you laugh. It's a fact.
Nah, it's just funny. No. The reason why I laughed, it could have happened. It's just funny how these stories come out now. But go on, carry on.
No, it's an old story, but I just saw that story resurface now, kind of thing, isn't it? Like Arteta's actual footballing brain is very, very high. You can never say the same thing about Oli.
Yeah, I'm not comparing them. No. Arteta's got them very well drilled, like you said, in it, and that is credit to his coaching. 110%. That is credit to his coaching, like without doubt. But when I speak facts, which I've been talking on Arsenal, people don't like it because it's me. I ain't said anything. I haven't said anything wrong about them. Like when I turn around and say they've beat everybody they're supposed to beat, and we're giving them credit for it. That's because it's Arsenal. That's why,
man.
What do you mean that? Okay, so please answer the question then, baby. I'll put the question to you. Don't mention City. Don't mention Liverpool. Don't mention Manchester United. Arsenal have beat everybody they are supposed to beat, and we are giving
but
credit.
that doesn't mean you don't praise them.
No. We're giving credit. No, I give them credit, but not as much as you're giving them. Others are
No,
giving
but
them
I'll be
for
honest.
doing what they're supposed to.
If United did what Arsenal did yesterday, for example, and went to Brentford, won 3-0, you don't know
Yeah,
what
because the
people
bar's
there
on the
said
floor
about.
for us too.
No, but even if City did that, City beating Brentford away 3-0 is very impressive.
City slap teams all the time.
No, but Brentford have been very, very
No,
competent.
Brentford
in
are
the
a good
Premier
side.
League.
Don't get me wrong.
Brentford are very hard to beat.
No. It's not a lazy argument. You just don't like it, Golzino. That's the difference. Again, answer the question, and I ask this again, people. I ask this again. Who have Arsenal beat who have they beat who they weren't supposed to? They have been favorites going into every game. Even us, and we beat them, but people don't want to talk about that. People don't want to talk about the fact that we beat them. Let this have been roles reversed. No. Let this have been roles reversed, and we'd beat all the teams. Manchester United had beat all the teams they had beat, and then we were favorites going to Arsenal and lost in that fashion. This wouldn't be the discourse. The discourse would be much different. Much different if they had beat us 3-1.
But even for example, when we beat Arsenal, look how highly I praise Everton on. I think we've done a reaction kind
again. I tell you all the time, Bainsy, you're a man of football, so you're not included in this. You know what I'm saying? There isn't many of men of football out here. That's what it is. You're a man of football, so you will look at it objectively in it. Like outside of CR7, you're looking at football very, very objectively. I'm talking about most. Like I'm talking about most. You know what I'm saying? Man, I'm saying, why don't City go and beat in every season? How come City post up 90 plus points most seasons, 100 plus points? Again, poke holes in the argument. Answer the question. Who have Arsenal beat that they weren't supposed to, people? They're doing what they're supposed to, and we're giving them credit for it.
See, they got Spurs and Liverpool after the international break.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting.
I'm looking forward to that.
Now, if they beat Spurs, if they beat Spurs in impressive fashion, if they beat Liverpool in impressive fashion, I know they play others because they failed the first test with us. You know what I'm saying? Would you say we're the best team they played?
In terms of league position, you'd say yeah.
Okay, is there a team you would say is better than us that they played so far?
You would say Brentford.
Okay, so let's put Brentford. So we're top two, yeah.
Yeah, like we're one of the tougher games kind of thing. Yeah.
Okay. So they've lost one of their tougher games, but all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? But again, no one can poke holes in what I'm saying, so we move. Go on.
They got Tottenham at home next in the Premier League, and I think that might be postponed. I think there's been rumors about it. Kind of thing,
hopefully not.
Yeah, I hope not. But that's going to be a good test, isn't it? Because talking about Conte, listen, they're doing fine. Like, I know people, I've seen obviously Tottenham fans moan. There's been like certain people moaning about the performances, but they're still unbeaten in the league.
Yeah, it's because Conte ball is definitely effective, but his football is terrible.
No, I hear this, but this is what I always say. You know what you're getting into with Antonio Conte.
Yeah. That's true.
So why are you surprised?
Yeah.
And someone says that man Brentford is better. They beat us 4-0 kind of thing, innit? Like, you could argue that kind of thing.
Like I said, people. I was just asking Bainsy that point to make that point. And again, people talking about, it's not I'm not talking about maths. I asked the question, and because you lot don't like the question, you're gonna do everything and dance around it. I answer questions straight up. You know what I'm saying? Arsenal have done what they're supposed to do. Actually failed because they were favorites going into OT, but people don't want to discuss that. So because they've won 6 games they were supposed to win, all of a sudden Arsenal should be praised highly. All right, you should have owned it. Maybe my bar's just different in it. That's what it is. My expectation is different. But and you said it, Bainsy. You said, hey, if this was Manchester United, we'd be gassed. Yeah, we would be gassed. You know why? Because the bar's on the floor for us too. That's why.
No, I don't know, man. I'm agreeing. I'm disagreeing. I don't think this is a bar thing. I've been very impressed with Arsenal.
Yeah, of course you have, because it's the best Arsenal side you've ever seen.
And someone says, because the team beat you, 4-0, they mean they're better than you. I said you could debate Brentford.
Yeah, he did say
only
debate.
team.
He did say debate. You know what I'm saying? And you should say debate. You know what I'm saying? No, actually, we criticize City for not doing what they're supposed to do. And then we give them plaudits for doing what they're supposed to do. But if they fail, we criticize. That's why you lot are mentioning it here and that. No, it's not a failure if City don't get maximum points because they still win the league. If they fail because they didn't get enough points from all those games and fail to win the league, then it's a failure. Blips and slip-ups will happen. It's about the long-term. Wait, before you go, it's the long-term objective. If City accumulate enough points during those and win enough games to win the league, it don't matter about dropping points too tough. It's about winning enough battles to win the war. If you lose too many battles, you'll lose the war. That's why Arsenal won't do anything, because you lot will lose the war. And yeah, man, it's all love, definitely. You know what I'm saying? Man can't poke holes in what I'm saying, so you're going to talk about everything around it.
Listen, footballing debates, we love it. We love it. But listen, there's over 85 people watching. Make sure you guys like the video as well. Actually, you know what? I want to talk about Everton first, innit? Because I think I got is Lampard underrated or something in the title.
Go on.
Okay. And you see, the reason I say that, I know a lot of people might laugh. Let me ask you this. What teams conceded the least amount of Premier League goals this season?
No way is it Everton. Now you asking that.
Yes.
All right.
And this is a manager that we used to say he can't coach a defense kind of thing, isn't it? And he so far this season he's doing a decent job. And I know yesterday, for example, was the first win of the season kind of thing, isn't it? But you know what? You have to give Frank Lampard a lot of credit in my eyes right now. Because let's be honest, like we all thought Everton were going down kind of thing, isn't it?
Where are they?
And I think they're still 13th, 1 win, 4 draws, 2 losses, 5 goals scored, 6 goals conceded.
Yeah, the goals is a problem.
Yeah, but that was naturally going to be a problem when, for example, Calvert-Lewin's out, Richarlison, Neil Maupay's now the number 1 striker who scored, obviously, kind of thing, innit? But overall, do you think we have to give Lampard a bit more credit? Because so far, let me say the teams they faced. First game of the season was against Chelsea, they lost 1-0. Mm-hmm. Second game was Aston Villa, they lost 2-1. Have to be disappointed with that. Third
Where
game
was that at before you go? Where was it at?
Villa's ground.
Okay. Go on.
Third game, Nottingham Forest drew 1-1. Fourth game was Brentford in the league, away, 1-1. Good result in my eyes. Leeds away, tough place to go, 1-1. Everton versus Liverpool was 0-0, and they should have won that game. They were much better than them. And obviously, yesterday, they beat West Ham 1-0.
Yeah, I suppose so, because he surprised us. Because we all expected, myself included, for Everton to be down the bottom end of the table, where it is early doors. But hey, I suppose he's picking up points. He seems to have made them defensively solid, according to Bains. Yeah.
Sorry, my bad. Brighton conceded 5.
Okay,
second least goals.
So second least goal scoring. So yeah, we'll just see how it goes after the international break. Where are they at once we get to the World Cup? That's what I'm looking at with Everton. But
there's one person I want to talk about. Yeah, Iwobi.
Talk about him. Iwobi in the 8.
No, like Iwobi genuinely looks like one of the best midfielders in the Premier League this year. I'm not saying he's gonna keep this run up, for example, but over the first 7 games, he's been very, very impressive.
You're saying he's doing up Joe Linton? That's what you're saying?
No, I'm dead serious.
I know, like Joe Linton. No, I'm serious when I said that, because Joe Linton did the same thing. He went back into midfield and has been playing well for Newcastle.
It's been very impressive. Onana in the midfield, by the way, is top notch as well.
What's his name?
Onana.
Sorry, I missed the joke. But go on. Now you missed the joke. Never mind.
Oh,
go on.
Shut up, man. Pointless joke. But he's a very.
That was a great joke, man. Quit hating, man. You know what I'm saying? But go on. That's why you're smiling. But go on.
No, I'm not. Don't get me wrong here. I can't believe I'm saying this, isn't it? But Alex Iwobi this season has looked very, very impressive.
Is he better than New McTominay?
Yes.
He's been better than New McTominay. I don't know about that. New McTominay different. Hear the key
New
word there.
McTominay.
New
That's what you're putting in there.
McTominay. That's New McTominay.
Never thought foolish will be raising with Tommy like this.
Never thought so, but go on. Carry on.
No, but I think overall, I think I looked at the team at the start of the season. I was like, I don't know, innit? Clearly, I thought they would have been in a relegation fight. But you know, when you're looking at the team, they had Begovic to go yesterday because Pickford's injured. And by the way, Pickford over probably 2022 has been very good, by the way. I've been very impressed.
Okay.
Patson at right back's looking all right. Connor Cody in the back 4, funnily enough, is actually doing all right. Tarkowski was probably one of the signings of the season on a free transfer. I don't think anyone can debate that.
I didn't expect Tarkowski to because who's his partner? Is it Mina? Or is it
Connor Cody now.
Oh, it's Cody. Yeah, Tarkowski. Cody in it. Yeah. I forgot.
They got that Mikalenko guy left back. They had Onana, Adrisagana Gay, Alex Iwobi midfield, and they had Damari Gray and Neil Maupay and Anthony Gordon as the front three. That's still a Premier League side in my eyes, kind of thing, isn't it? Like when people were saying they could go down and stuff.
Yeah, but it was the manager. That's what we was looking at. If they had a competent manager, we're probably not looking like them going. Cody's on loan. What there? We wouldn't look at Everton getting relegated, but because of the manager, it's because we don't rate Frank Lampard.
I know it's because we don't rate Frank Lampard, but do you not think Frank Lampard as a manager now has shown something different that we haven't seen before? In terms of that defensive side, we always used to criticize Frank Lampard.
Yeah, that's
he can't
a fair
coach
point.
the defense. He can't coach a midfield. At Chelsea, let's be honest, it was shocking. Let's be honest, even last season, it was poor. But so far this season, it looked all right.
Yeah, maybe he's found his level there where we can go and there's less pressure than there is being at a big six club and he can sit in a low block. Maybe it's that. Again, I need a bigger sample size. So I'm going to say I don't know.
But I'm just saying like so far this season.
Yeah, but so far, because if they'd lost 6 from 7, we'd be here criticizing them. If they'd won 6 from 7, we'd be praising them like they're Arsenal. So I suppose you're right still. You know what I'm saying?
And the only reason I'm saying like Lampard, I'm talking about him because I don't think I've heard anyone talk about him.
No.
But when I deeped it, I'm like,
Super Frankie Lampard.
No, but when I deeped it, I'm like flipping it. Like his defensive record's good.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
There's no way this is Frank Lampard kind of thing.
I hear you. That's true because the Chelsea fans who I speak to always used to criticize him in regards to how many goals they'd concede. Even when he took over at Everton, it was like, I bet they concede 35 goals from the start of his reign to the end. And I think he actually did because they just used to league. So yeah, I suppose we do need a bigger sample size, but give him credit for this 7 games because I suppose he's exceeded expectation. Them being in 13th. It's just a 1 win that's the blemish, but.
And this is the problem I have. This is the only thing I say with the Everton side. Goals. No, Calvert-Lewin injury prone.
Dominic Calvert-Lewandowski, man. That's my guy. You know what I'm saying?
It's frustrating because he's literally injury prone now, kind of thing, isn't it?
Yeah,
I can't remember the last time I saw Calvert-Lewin on the pitch. But Neil Maupay, I think Neil Maupay is an all right bottom half of the table Premier League striker. There's nothing more to it. You probably want him as a second choice in the Premier League, in the low half. Because he will miss chances, but he took his goal very well. I like Anthony Gordon. I like Damari Gray, but let's be honest, like
I'm a fan of Damari Gray. I do like Damari.
You probably wouldn't say they're goal-scoring wingers like that kind of thing, innit?
No, you wouldn't say that. You wouldn't say that.
And that's the only problem. Yeah, I saw that. That's the only problem I have with the Everton side. But this is another thing I wanted to talk about. Because someone told me this yesterday. I was like, no way.
Hey, all that hype they got. Pure hype.
This surprised me, like Lampard's defensive record, because 1 win this season.
It shocked me too.
Someone said they were apparently booing at the end of the game against Bournemouth, which I thought was quite interesting. But funny enough, they have 1 win, but they have 5 draws. They've only lost 1 game so far this season, which was against Liverpool. 2-1.
See, that's one of them situations. Do you look at the glass as half full or look at it as half empty? But it depends on what your expectations were going into the season. What were your expectations against the teams Newcastle have been playing? I'm talking from a Newcastle fan standpoint. Did you expect better football? Because I watched them against Liverpool, and they lost, but they played well.
Against City, they were very, very impressive.
Yeah, I didn't watch that game, but I heard they did. They should have won that. So you played against arguably the 2 best teams in the league and put in performances. So when you match that up to playing, like you said, a Bournemouth or other teams they've dropped points against, maybe that's what it is. Maybe.
I've heard like a couple of Newcastle fans talk about the team as well, and I think they have a problem with the wingers. Like St. Maximin, for example, we know is Newcastle's best winger, but he's been injured right now, and they're playing Ryan Fraser and Miguel Almiron as like their winger pairing, and that's not the best kind of thing. Because this one is they played Bournemouth on the weekend. They should be beating Bournemouth.
Did they draw? Let me check.
1-1. They drew 1-1 at home.
That's I understand why they that's a game. Bournemouth at home, you should be winning that. You got aspirations, which they have aspirations. They should be. They're looking to finish in the top half. Like they're looking.
And they had Bruno Guimaraes back for that game as well.
Yeah. You gotta do better,
But you can tell, for example, I know Newcastle were linked with, for example, winger and stuff. I think they were linked with that Sulemana guy from Rennes. They just couldn't get anyone over the line, kind of thing. I don't think they wanted to pay the silly money. I think they were also linked with Jack Harrison from Leeds as well at one point. But they will be very, very frustrated because you can clearly see there's a massive step down from St. Maximin. Someone said Eddie Howe is the next man to get sacked. I don't think he deserves to get sacked because I said this. What he done last year was phenomenal for Newcastle, kind of, innit?
Yeah, that's all well and good.
But also linked to Diaby. Yeah, and they were linked to João Pedro.
But that's last year now, innit? Like,
no, but in terms of this season, I wouldn't say. Don't get me wrong. I think Newcastle fans will be slightly disappointed, but I think they're probably at that stage where they have to manage their expectations. In terms of they got that investment, how quickly did you think this project was going to go?
And see, that's why I said what was a Newcastle's fans' expectation coming off the back of last season. You mentioned it there. Eddie Howe did very well. Their form was very good. So are you expected to kick on and having as many draws as they had drawing at home to Bournemouth, even without St. Maximin? The fans are probably looking at it like that. But we're 7 games in, so you need to. It's a bigger sample size. That's what I said. That's what I said about Newcastle. That was the same thing I said about Everton. The same thing I said about Arsenal. We're 7 games in. This is why, yeah, we can assess these things, but I'm reserving judgment. Like, let's get to the end of November. I know you're reserving judgment too. We're just here. We're having a conversation, but that's why I'm more so not putting my head out there and saying pause and saying, yeah, a team's gonna do this or a team's gonna do that. That's what I would say.
Like, I still got Newcastle 7th. I think I said that should be their kind of thing, innit? Just because I think I still like Eddie Howe. I still think they have a decent crop of players. I think on their midfield, when everyone's fully fit, Bruno Guimaraes, Joe Linton, quality kind of thing. Right. Defensively, they got Sven Botman in the summer. He looked all right when he's played. Trippier and Myers is still one of the best right backs in the Premier League. Hope has looked very good. They still have a very, very good foundation kind of thing to build on. And I think I said this to you last year. I think from like February onwards, I think they had like the 3rd or 4th most points in the Premier League.
See, and that's where that's where the booing comes from against Bournemouth, because people are expecting them to kick on. You just said it there, 7th. So basically, they're the best of the rest. So that's how some Newcastle fans might be looking at it that way. It's definitely potential that they are. So I can see where the booing's coming from, but that's on Eddie Howe to turn that around. And obviously, St. Maximin is a miss for them. He is, because he's their outlet. He's their go-to guy. And if he plays, like I put it this way, if he plays against Liverpool, I think they don't lose that game. That's what I'd say.
I was thinking to say, Newcastle, they gave the perfect game plan for Erik ten Hag for our next game against City. Because he was Eddie Howe was brave in that little mid block that he had pressed up high. What did he do? And then even, for example, the wingers, you know how both of now City's fullbacks come inside? Their wingers kind of, St. Maximin was getting joy against them. Yeah, I'm just like, imagine, for example, it depends how we set up in it, but imagine if that's a Rashford and Martial's fully fit up top. Whew. And we know, for example, against City, say what you want, Oli still had a decent record against City,
That highlight, especially at the Etihad, like it's the high line.
Yeah,
I've said that. On the break, absolutely, City are favorites, but we can implement. We have the play. We have styles make fights, and we can implement our game plan and hopefully hit them on the break. Big up Jez, and hope they have an off day as well. I'm hoping they have an off day.
Yeah, I'm just like, hopefully, Rashford, Anthony, they just have a field day kind of thing. Because listen, you never know. I would say United on the break, we can cause teams problems. Like,
absolutely.
Let's see. And I still do think City defensively, they
haven't been the best.
Yeah,
pardon me, they haven't been the best. That's right. You spitting.
But at the same time,
big on my guy Jez in the cut as well.
Big up. City this weekend 3-0 comfortable. Like Collins, silly red card. I don't know what he was thinking. Erling Haaland, another goal number 11 in the league.
Hey, so City played and City were good. Is let me ask you, Wolves a tough place to go? Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, okay. All right.
What were you gonna say?
I'm just asking. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm just asking. That's all.
Like Wolves haven't been the best this season, but I would say I think Wolves is a very hard place to go.
It's a tough place to go in it, and they put in a great performance and won 3-0. Interesting. But go on.
No, but you see this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm gonna praise City because they made it comfortable.
Yeah.
Like
I agree because we expect that from them. That's why.
But they were very Jack Grealish for the first time, or not for the first time, but he looks good again. Erling Haaland is Erling Haaland kind of thing. And you know what's funny enough?
He's a cheat code.
Let's say this. You think City fans care about his link-up play, or do you think they care about his goals? Think about it, people. Strikers are here to score goals. You praise the striker for scoring goals.
And I think his link-up play will get better as well. That's the crazy part.
No, but see, I've never heard a City fan talk about Haaland's link-up play.
Yeah, it's because you never spoke to a City fan, man. They got like 10 fans, but go on, carry on.
All I hear City fans talk about, or football fans in general talk about with Erling Haaland, is his 11 goals this season. Because that's what you judge strikers, man. Stop with his link-up play nonsense.
Yeah, 100%. Like, if you are scoring at his rate, then it don't matter. If you are offering just goals, and I'm not saying Haaland offers just goals because I think he does more than that. But if you are offering goals at that rate, everybody shuts up. If you're scoring like basically on average 2 a game, of course people are going to shut up. But if you're 1 in 4, people ain't gonna show up. Like that's what it is. And remember all the people who said, "Oh, he'll struggle." You know what I'm saying? Like what?
I didn't expect him to get 11 goals this quick.
I didn't think he'd score goals quickly. But when people were talking about him not scoring, I'm like, he's going to the best team in the league who create the most chances. People talk Bundesliga attacks. No, that's just because Havertz is shit. Don't do that.
He's scoring
You know what I'm
at a
saying?
higher rate than he did.
Don't do that. Wait, what? Say that again. Repeat that
Scoring
again.
at a higher rate. He's got over
I say
goal
this
game.
all the time, man. We just the Gucci Bundesliga, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what we are. And Hamza, I agree with you. I don't think his link-up play is bad. It's not the greatest, but I don't think it's bad. No, people again, Bainsy, you're a man of football. So when I'm saying these things, I'm not talking to you.
No, but you see this.
We are men. We are men of football.
No, but I wasn't even saying his link-up play was bad or anything. I'm just saying they judge a striker by scoring goals.
Well,
and you see this. Other fans want to see the striker get 15 touches. You know what's mad with Erling Haaland? He's literally just averaging 22 touches per game so far this season.
Well, he's averaging more touches here than he was in the Bundesliga, right? I swear it was not like 14.
He might be kind of thinking, but I'm just saying he's not even getting loads of touches. Like there's been certain games where in the first half he might walk off with like 2-3 complete passes. But you know what? You know what the problem is? Bang. One moment he's there, he will score. Like his finishing this season, don't get me wrong, he has missed a couple chances kind of thing, innit? But
that's gonna happen.
It's natural. But overall, extremely high level. So, I'm not even talking about Ronaldo, by the way. I'm just saying in general, you judge strikers by scoring goals.
If Ronaldo was scoring goals at that rate, everybody shuts up.
No, but
and that's not him. That's just
everyone. I'm not talking about Ronaldo. I'm just saying
Ronaldo. I'm just saying in general.
That generation, not that generation, when people were talking about all doing this all false nine nonsense, all of that stuff. No. I'm so happy that we're judging strikers by scoring goals again.
Again, it depends on what's for the team. If you're a false nine and the team's successful and you're a foil for your two wingers, but if you're Haaland and you're the focal point and you're scoring all the goals, it's about the team. Again, he's bagging all these goals and the team is winning. He's scoring at a fantastic rate and the team is winning.
But you know another thing I had said there? Like, you know when people don't use the term false nine correctly. Like, people think strikers that don't score a lot of goals, for example, or bring link-up play are false nines. I said this. Yeah. I saw a tweet, I can't remember who I was talking to. I think I was talking to 11 about it. They said the era of false nines is not done. You know who they showed?
Who?
They showed Anthony Martial, who's not a false nine. They showed Gabriel Jesus, who's not a false nine. And they showed Ivan Toney, who's not a false nine.
None of them are false nines. No.
Exactly. But they're strikers that provide link-up play, for example.
Yeah, 100%.
Link-up play to a very, very good level. People think just because you provide link-up play, you're a false nine. And that annoys me kind of thing.
But Bainsy, this comes back to it, man. Because you're a man of football. Yeah. We are men of football. You know what I'm saying? So many people are not.
This is what I was thinking about.
Oh, yeah, it's a wrap.
Haaland's just going to be there in the change, whatever, what do you call it? The pitches, training pitches, taking shots against Scott Castle.
What? Absolutely.
Every single day. He's having fun. Oh, yeah. So you're telling me everyone else is going to be tired after the World Cup and Erling Haaland's going to be fully rested?
Facts.
And look at him now.
Yeah. It's a wrap, yo.
And this is what I say, I think Erling Haaland now is the difference between City winning the Champions League. Because I always said this here. Can I really say City's other attackers were that elite level? They were very good.
But they weren't Haaland good.
Haaland's elite. Like, you can never put, for example, a Gabriel Jesus in the best striker debate. Erling Haaland sits on that conversation kind of thing.
All right, let me ask you. Is he the best striker in the Premier League right now?
Him or Harry Kane then?
I'm asking you, is he better than Harry Kane?
No, but you see this, you can have a debate. You can have a debate with anyone in terms of Erling Haaland currently right now in world football.
Benzema's injured, so you got a point.
And the thing is here, like, in terms of goal scoring, you can put Erling Haaland up against anyone.
Oh, yeah. In terms of goal scoring, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It is ridiculous.
Like I said,
go on.
How is Haaland's injury? And this is a question mark a lot of people had when Erling Haaland went Man City. And Pep started in pretty much every single Premier League game.
Yeah.
Pep said he's still young kind of thing. Pep knows his body kind of thing. And I always said this, you see with injuries, it depends how the club was looking after his injuries. For example, I always said this, are Borussia Dortmund looking after Erling Haaland the best possible way they could? Mm-hmm. And I said this, we don't know just because we're not there kind of thing. But so far, Manchester City, they've literally he started pretty much every single Premier League game. Might come off a couple games, but they are looking after him if he's fully fit.
And certain £100 million strikers who came from Portugal can't get on the pitch, but we move.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a whole different conversation that people don't want to have. 7 season syndrome and all that. But yeah, Haaland, people have gone quiet in regards to he won't score. That was the craziest part. I didn't understand that conversation and that discourse and that logic when people said that Haaland would not score. Did I expect him to score goals at this rate? No. Did I expect him to score goals? Yeah, people talk about, he won't get 15 goals this season. He's in the best side in the country that create the most amount of chances. He will score goals. I've said this before and I say this again. If you take the top 10 strikers in the league, whoever your 10 on that list is, and put them in that City side, I think they score goals.
Yeah,
whoever your 10 is. Not at this rate, but I'm saying that's testament to how much they create is my point. You could take the 10th best striker in the league and I think he still gets 10 goals in the league. Comfy. I think he gets 12 goals in the league.
You see what it was here? You know that City Community Shield game against Liverpool?
Yeah.
When Erling Haaland missed a couple chances.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think people realised. You see that game against Liverpool. So I think Haaland accumulated the next year of over one kind of. And he missed every single chance of that game kind of thing, innit? But I'm just saying the chances were there. And there was also a couple of times I remember saying there's a couple of passes just Kevin De Bruyne has to be hitting them earlier kind of thing. Grealish has to be hitting them earlier. And that chemistry is naturally going to come because this is new for the City players. They're not used to playing with a natural number 9 kind of thing.
Yeah.
And now all you have to do literally just put in the mix of Erling Haaland. What he did in the Champions League the other day, by the way. I don't think I've done a show since. Was an absolute joke. That's one of the best finishes I've seen in a very long time.
I've seen someone tweet and say he's like a mobile Zlatan.
No, I think, Pep came out after the game and compared that goal to something Zlatan scored.
It's very Zlatan-like.
Yeah.
Because they're the same. If you look at them, not in terms of playing style, people, I'm talking build. Yes, their build is very similar. If Zlatan is mobile, I'm not saying he scores goals at the amount of rate, but they don't play, like I say, profile. They're built the same from a physical standpoint. Big up Brush as well. You know what I'm saying? From a physical standpoint. But yeah, Haaland could be, unfortunately, and I hate putting his energy out there. You might be right in regards to the difference in them in the Champions League. Real Madrid, we need Real Madrid to save us again.
Real Madrid yesterday.
Real Madrid, Real Madrid were good yesterday. Yeah. Shout out Vinicius Jr. Dance, man.
Oh, my days, man. When Rodrigo scored, the way I screamed, that was gassed.
Yeah,
because you just knew what was coming as soon as he scored, kind of thing, innit?
Love it, man. I love it. Absolutely, I love that type of thing. But it's going to be interesting from a footballing standpoint because we ain't neutral because we don't like City. Seeing City and Haaland in the last stages of the Champions League to see if he is the difference. Because obviously they're definitely the favourites, if not top 2. I've got Real Madrid again, but that might be more so because I need Real Madrid to win it again. So one of the English teams don't, and I'm a big fan of Bains and Ancelotti. So
I think I got City this year.
Yeah. Did you have City last year?
I think I had Liverpool last year.
Oh yeah, Liverpool last year. Okay, so let's hope you're wrong again because we don't need a City champs.
PSG will stand shot.
I hope so. I need Madrid or PSG to win it, man. But I'd love to see Real Madrid win it again. I need France to win the World Cup, Benzema to lift the World Cup, and then straight after Benzema to lift.
Is Portugal or Brazil for the World Cup for me? It better be one of them two.
No. That's what you want to happen. Brazil are my favorites. They're my pick. Brazil are my pick. Portugal, nah. Because if you playing Ronaldo up top, it's a wrap. It's a wrap.
No, I just don't think Portugal are going to win just over just because Fernando Santos is a clown.
Oh, yeah, Fernando Santos.
Fair play to Akanji. Akanji's actually doing a decent job at centre back. I still think John Stones is Manchester City's best centre back, and naturally, he has to be part of that centre back partnership with obviously Kyle Walker when he's fully fit, right back and stuff, innit? But let's see. Thoughts on Spurs? Go on.
Spurs are doing what I expected them to do. With Conte, you're going to get results because that's Conte. We've watched Conte do this year in, year out, whether it's here, whether it's in Italy. I said as soon as he was appointed, he'll have some success at Spurs, whether that's top 4, whether that's top 4 at FA Cup and a League Cup. They made top 4. And it depends what you're looking at. Will the football be good? No. Ask Chelsea fans about Conte. The football is not good. Domestic, he doesn't do well in Europe, so you can forget Europe. Go look at his European record, whether that's Champions League, Europa League. I mentioned domestic cups, but go and check his domestic cup record, not good either. Over here or in Italy, hasn't won a double in his career, which is very, very, very strange. for a manager of that caliber who's won as many leagues as he has. But yeah, I think Spurs will be, again, they'll grind out results, but it's not going to look pretty. It's not going to look pretty, but they will get results. Like, if they were to draw against Arsenal, it wouldn't surprise me, type of thing. To finish top 4, I'd still think they're going to finish top 4.
You know, it's funny, yeah, because actually, yeah, fair play to Leicester as well. I think for the first half an hour they competed. That's the best I've seen Leicester play in a very long time. But still, Brendan Rodgers probably still needs to go.
Brendan Rodgers got to go, man.
Just quickly, Maddison's interview after the game was very, very good, by the way.
What did he say?
He took responsibility.
Okay, I respect that.
And as I always say, players need to take responsibility. He's not all the manager. But I said this, yeah. I'm not saying Spurs look good, but when people say Spurs can't sustain this, in terms of, from, for example, maybe them in front of goal, listen, Son's one of the best finishers the Premier League's ever seen in my eyes.
He's a quality finisher. Even though he's been poor this season, yeah, he has been.
But finishing, like he's always overperformed his XG kind of into a ridiculous rate. Harry Kane, unbelievable finisher. I swear we say this every single year in terms of Spurs can't sustain this. And they still somehow are in the top 4.
Yeah, because they have enough quality in attacking areas that's going to win you games. And look at them now. And Son, like we said, up until playing Leicester, has been poor. Kane's not been firing in all cylinders. Jez is in the chat. He's been telling me how bad their football is. And that's just how Conte plays. But again, it's effective. It gets results. And that's him. Like, that's what Conte will get you now. Will Spurs fans be happy with that? That's a whole different conversation. Do I think they'll finish top 4? Yes. Did they do anything beyond that? Probably not. Probably not.
But the thing is, that's what Tottenham are kind of thinking. And some of the best finishers the Prem's ever seen. Trust me, Son, in terms of finishing, he's up there.
Yeah, he's got it.
Any single person that's probably seen the entire Premier League area, he's up there.
He's definitely one of the best. 100%.
Finishing.
We're not saying players, we're just saying finish. Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, I think Son's overall play massively limited. But in terms of overall finishing, like I don't think I see many better finishes.
Fair.
Like,
no, I'm agree. No. I'm older than you. I'm in agreement with you.
Like, you know, one
Son,
thing I do
right foot, left foot as well, like you said. But go on.
I do give Conte's credit for he finally dropped Son, for example, on the weekend. Played Kudo and Richarlison. He dropped Emerson, played Perisic and Sessegnon together. Yeah, I think he deserves some credit for that.
Yeah,
because normally you say a lot of managers might be a bit scared of maybe benching Son, for example, because Son, we know what you can do, kind of thing. Yeah. You see, like, you can argue like he's rest of the play, but finishing, Son, you can never argue, kind of thing, innit?
Jez is not having it. Jez ain't having it because it has more text on the Yeah, but Son as a finisher, people, we're talking just as a finisher. Is he quality? Yes. Absolutely.
And his finishes on the other day were very, very impressive.
Not going to dispute that at all about Son in terms of just his ability. But yeah, it depends. Like I said, Spurs very similar to Newcastle. What's your ceiling for them? That's what it is. So if they finish, which is fair. Now with Chelsea and Tuchel gone, you know what I'm saying? And you should have ran that Agenda FC because you could have went back on Lewis's channel for part 2 and told everybody shut up. So next time, don't be shook. So people will let you in on the inside. Agenda FC, which is the show, myself, Carefree, Lewis do, Peter does as well. Shout out to Lewis and Peter, even though we've not ran it in a minute. And we was going to get Bainsy on. This was 2 months ago. And Bainsy had this whole thing about Tuchel's going to be, did you say the first Big Six manager to be sacked?
Yeah, I think so.
He said that first Big Six manager to be back, or he'll get sacked this year. And he had, Bainsy's a man of football. He had a lot of good reasons and logic behind it.
Surfer was on to mean it because I think I had Arsenal above them for the top 4.
Yeah. So, and then we was like, let's run the Agenda FC. Bear in mind, we don't do it on Sarcasm City TV. We do it on Lewis's channel. But because Bainsy chickened out, you know what I'm saying? We didn't do the show. And then Tuchel got sacked. So imagine he would have done that, people. Imagine he would have done that and Tuchel gets sacked with the part 2 that we could have done. Bainsy could have came back on everyone on some DX thing, in it. You know what I'm saying? Could have come like this, in it, just, you know what I'm saying? Like on a Mazda. Could have came back on a Mazda.
Who do you have for the top 6 in order right now?
I don't know. It's still City, because someone asked about Liverpool as well. We'll get to that. But it's still City, Liverpool. I still have them top 2. I did have Chelsea first.
So you still wait. So you still want Liverpool second?
Yes. I expect Liverpool, and plus, trust me, people, I want to be dead wrong about this. Trust me. I think once they get all their players fit and back, they'll be okay. So I still have City, Liverpool. And no one showed me enough to like, yeah, you're gonna overtake Liverpool. Then I had Chelsea third and Spurs fourth. But someone said Bains jumping back like X-Pac. Yo, he should have. The part 2 would have been so lit. Nobody could have said anything to him in the chat. You could have get on some NWO music and that. You know what I'm saying? And that. Like, you
it was risky
black
in it.
and
All
white.
Chelsea channel. I swear, what
go
Lewis
on
has, what, over 30k subs?
Yo, I go on there all
25K
the
subs.
time and tell, yo, say fuck Chelsea, fuck Matthew
Nah, it
Harding
was
End
risky,
or
it was
whatever it's
risky.
called. Risky for what? What they
I don't
gonna
want
do?
to get cooked by what? 500 people.
They cook me. I just put the chat on private chat. Tell them that they got a Lego stadium. You know what I'm saying? It holds
No,
like
but finish it,
15,000
finish it.
people.
I want
But
to
my
hear this.
point is, back to I had who did I have? Yeah, I had Chelsea and I had Spurs. But with Tuchel leaving, that's affected it. Now I don't know. I still have Spurs in there. Now I don't know about the others because we're in the mix. Because we've impressed us more. Arsenal are in the mix. They've impressed me more than I expected. So I'm just gonna say I don't know. Here's a Lego stadium midway, man. Go
At the
build
start
your
of the
Lego.
season,
If you got Lego in your loft or something like that, go build it. I bet it's bigger than the bridge. Go on, carry on, fam.
I think at the start of the season, I had City, Liverpool, Spurs, Arsenal, Chelsea, United. Wow, where do I do it? I don't know, man. You see Liverpool.
No.
I'm confused with Liverpool, innit? Like, I still think they should be fine just because I still trust their quality. But Jurgen Klopp is going to have to adapt. And I don't know how good he's at that.
You should just play a back three.
No, but just try something to be a bit different and make yourself a bit more harder to beat, or being caught less on the transition, for example, which I think is a massive problem. But they got people like Thiago back, Jota's back for them, even though I criticize him a lot, he's still effective. I think Konate should be back soon, innit? Maybe after the international break, we might see another Liverpool kind of thing, innit? I'm still going to say Liverpool second. Third, oh my days, it's tough between Arsenal and Spurs now.
See, I don't see. Who did you have third? You have us third, did you say?
No, I originally had Tottenham third, didn't it?
Yeah. And then who fourth? Chelsea or Arsenal? You had Arsenal, didn't you?
Yeah.
And then you had what? Chelsea fifth, United sixth, or United fifth, Chelsea sixth. Oh, you had it that way around. Yeah. I don't know now because it's through a spanner in the work. Like this Tuchel sacking, which I did not expect at all, is through a spanner in the work. Now I don't know.
No, but I don't think the Tuchel sacking really changed much. Maybe now I might say United might finish fifth.
To me, but so that means it's changed something. It's a whole position.
Yeah, I know, but like
you think with Tuchel,
it's still
outside of the top four. Yeah. But my point is, I had them on third mainly because of Tuchel, because I rated him that highly. You know what I'm saying? And I think he's going to replace your man in Munich, but we'll get onto that.
We'll touch on
but
that.
Now it's yeah. But over the actually, is Nagelsmann still your guy? Side note before we get into that.
No, pressure's on.
No. That's not why I asked. I said, is he still your guy?
Of course, why would he not be?
Okay, now I've just not seen much Nagelsmann prop from you in it. You know what I'm saying?
No, but let's touch on Bayern. You know, funny enough, I said this.
Before we get on to Bayern, so have you got a revised top four? I'm saying I don't know now. I'm saying I don't know.
It might be Arsenal, Spurs the other way around. Arsenal third, maybe. But I'm probably going to say Spurs. I don't know, man. It's tough, innit?
I don't know.
Because with Europa League. Yeah, let's talk about Nagelsmann. Pressure's on. 4 consecutive games in the Bundesliga with no wins. First loss in the Bundesliga the other day. But you know what's funny, yeah? And I said this. The problem with Bayern Munich right now is funny, because, and this is where I don't blame Nagelsmann fully, because Nagelsmann's in-game management, by the way, was shocking the other day. Mane.
Which game was this? Which game?
Augsburg. You see Sadio Mane?
Yeah, talk to me.
Boy, he's bad.
I just don't think he's a central striker. I watched him in the Champions League. I did a watch along, so I watched their game.
He's bad.
They won, but if Lewandowski and Pedri miss some easy chances. You know what I'm saying?
Actually, let me also say he's bad, but his performances of recent note have been very, very bad kind of thing, innit?
Yeah.
But at the same time, I said this. Funnily enough, the system is still creating chances.
Yeah, because they're going to, with the amount of quality they have on the pitch.
But it's quality, and the system. But the system is still creating chances. If you, for example, against Augsburg, is my internet that bad?
You're lagging a little bit, but it's cool, fam. Don't worry about it, man. We can still hear you.
When the system is still, for example, creating 4 to 5 big chances per game, that's still relatively decent kind of thing, isn't it?
That's good. Yeah.
And then you're relying on the finishing. And this is where, for example, the football is kind of like the opposite of Niko Kovac, because Niko Kovac's system weren't really creating chances, but they were scoring goals. Lewandowski was very clinical. This is more of an ultimate team in terms of they haven't got that recognized number 9 in terms of Lewandowski kind of thing. The system is still creating chances, but they're just not taking it. I never said Nagelsmann was top 3 managers. Let's not do that. But I did say I would take him at United. And listen, he's manager of Bayern Munich. Of course, I would take him at United.
Hey, we got Eric 10 out of 10 hard, fam. What's wrong with you?
It's different kind of thing, innit? We had Oli at that time.
Yeah, that's true. We did have Oli at that time. That's different.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, it's a funny one. I still think Nagelsmann's going to be given time just because, listen, you paid, what was that, 20 million, 25 million to buy him out of the Leipzig contract?
Oh, is it there's that much? All right.
He's the most expensive buyout kind of thing for a manager.
Okay, I didn't know that.
And I think I've heard Lothar Matthäus come out and back him today. I've heard Oliver Kahn come out and back Nagelsmann. Okay. So listen, pressure's on, but he's clearly getting a bit more time, which I think he deserves. I don't think he deserves to get sacked just yet. But pressure is there for him.
The pressure just got up now. Tuchel's available.
Yeah,
because he fits them down to a absolute.
I wouldn't know that
team. Of course, Tuchel don't fit Bayern Munich. I know you're defending your guy. How does he not fit Bayern Munich?
I said this. I think Tuchel needs to wait for the Real Madrid job.
See,
I think that's more of a match made in heaven.
No, it's not.
I think it is.
Nah, it's Real Madrid. It's not Real Madrid. It's why do you think so? Go on, elaborate.
First of all, I don't think Tuchel plays back 3 at Real Madrid. He's showing in the past he can play back 4.
Yeah.
And listen, remember what Tuchel did to Real Madrid last year? And I know they didn't go through, but his performance with that back with
absolutely exceptional,
very, very impressive.
Absolutely.
And I just look at the way Tuchel carries himself, and I'm like, I feel that you're more suited to Real Madrid.
I disagree with
that.
This
Tuchel to Juve thing, maybe, but Allegri, I don't think they can afford to sack him right now currently, because I think the sacking is going to cost him like 20 million euros. I think it is, and obviously Italian club's financial situation not the best.
I think
the CEO came out and said no.
German manager, Bayern Munich, just fits. Not that he don't fit Real Madrid, but I think he even fits Juventus more, just because of the style of play.
What would you do?
If I'm him?
If I'm Thomas Tuchel, what would you wait for?
Oh, I go Bayern Munich. 110%. I go Bayern Munich. 100% rebuild.
Over Real.
Get another league. Yes, because the Real job is still there. If he goes Bayern Munich and it goes well, the Real Madrid job is still there. Real Madrid is one of those places that can absolutely ruin you. Why would you make the jump to Real Madrid at this point? And hey, one of the 48 laws of power, avoid stepping into a great man's shoes. Why go there after Ancelotti? No,
I hear that.
Don't go there after Ancelotti.
Still going to. No, I hate it. And listen, it's going to be tough for any man.
Law 41, man. I think it's Law 41, man. Pay attention, man. This is them dropping knowledge. This is gems right now. Avoid stepping into a great man's shoes, man. Why are you laughing? It's not funny.
I hear that. I don't get 100% hear that, but still.
And don't follow who could have won, who potentially, let's not get this mistaken. They could do a double-double this season. It's not out of the realms of possibility. Yeah, they could do a double-double in terms of win La Liga and the Champions League again. You don't want to follow that. Ancelotti, you don't want to follow.
Yeah, Inzaghi's the number 1 under pressure into Milan right now.
I could see him like an Inter Milan. He could go there, a Juve. But to me, with the squad Bayern Munich have, you go Bayern Munich. I look at their team, you go Bayern Munich. Yeah, because that's a Bainsy thing. You know what this is? This is the Champions League draw all over again, and you're saying bring me PSG. I'm saying bring me Benfica.
But I look around and I think Real's the pinnacle of club football, man. That's the best club in the world. That would be any person's dream kind of thing, isn't it? But why would I not want to go there? And it's not like someone said this, Real have a brilliant young potential team though. Yeah, they still got players coming through. Camavinga, Tchouameni, Valverde is still performing at an incredible level, and I think he's 25. Vinicius. You still got the older
you got the older guard, but that's the rebuild is there because they're better players, and this is no disrespect to Tchouameni, Camavinga, who I've seen when I've seen glimpses of those two, very, very good. Valverde's impressed me also, but their better players are still their older statesmen. That defense needs a rebuild.
No,
just because they want to, we are overgassing it because because Real Madrid won a Champions League during a rebuild. That's a rebuild team. The reason why we think they can win the champs is because of Ancelotti, is because of Benzema, Modric, Cruz. That's why that is. That team isn't all that.
No, but it's also because of Vinicius, for example. Vinicius
you throw in the mix as well. Yeah. But my point is,
even Rodrigo,
all of them, their most important players are their older statesmen. To me, you go to Bayern Munich. That's a better job. You got to be smart about it. You want to really follow Ancelotti? Really?
I'm
Or
sorry.
Nagelsmann at Bayern Munich?
I'm going Real.
It's about the bar being on the floor, man.
No, give me the highest point in football. I'm going Real.
Yeah, man.
Because you see, with Real, you might never get
right.
the opportunity again.
Hey, put up that comment, 544. Bains forever go with. Yes, put that up. You got to give man his plaudits. Go on.
But you see this, you might never get a chance for Real again.
I think he will. The way they run through managers, you will.
No,
you will.
You see me. If I'm a manager and I have a chance of Real, I'm going Real. I don't care what anyone says. No, especially at his stage, he's not young like Julian Nagelsmann was when he was into Real.
Yeah, it's not a question of being young. It's all about what suits better for you. And to me, with the squad, and this is not me saying Bayern Munich have a better squad than Real Madrid. I'm saying when you look at it, I think Tuchel is more suited. Obviously, him being German is in the mix as well. Also, the manager, I'm putting that into perspective. If Nagelsmann was at Real Madrid and Ancelotti was at Bayern Munich, I'd probably say the opposite. I'd probably be saying the opposite right now. You don't follow that.
See, look, they started Alaba last year. Alaba's 30. Rudiger's 29. Eder Militão's 24.
You rate Militão like that?
Yeah.
Alaba's older. Rudiger, I rate, is older. How old's Alaba?
30.
So the defense, like, to me, I'm going Bayern Munich when I look at the teams.
No, but realistically, for example, like centre back, you never know. Saliba still hasn't signed a new contract. They could be looking at someone like Saliba, innit? But they'll get a centre back.
Wait, wait, Saliba's out of contract?
Yeah, I swear he is. He still needs to sign a new contract at Arsenal.
They'll sign a new deal, I'm sure.
Like Ferland Mendy's 27, even though like his injury record's a bit iffy. Carvajal's 30.
Yeah, see, look 30. At what we're saying, man. All the players we've named are 28 and above.
No, but then imagine in midfield though. You still got a decent core in terms of HeungMin 22, Valverde 24, Camavinga 19.
That's true.
Your midfield's calm.
Yeah, your midfield's calm. Yeah.
Forward there is Vinicius is 22.
Yeah, but that's all
Vinicius is already one of the best players in the world. Yeah,
Vinicius is quality, but I suppose I'm just looking more so about the replacements of. I'm looking at Benzema, Modric, Kroos.
I'm a manager. Let me look at what we're just spending over the last couple of years. They haven't spent a lot.
True.
The funds are there for Real. Like they didn't spend over since that summer Cristiano Ronaldo left. I don't know how it was after HeungMin, but up until last season it was like 3 million.
Okay.
They obviously spent the money on a new stadium. They're going to get for example, after that's built, completely done kind of thing. I think that's a very attractive project to go to.
Oh, yeah, because it's Real Madrid is always an attractive proposition because it's Real Madrid. I'm just saying there's more. And when I look at Munich, I just think for him personally, that's a better proposition to walk into. 100%. I'm looking at it like that. From that perspective, you're replacing Nagelsmann. Also, when's the last time Bayern Munich won the champs?
2019.
It is. So, yeah. Whereas Real Madrid have just won it. You're following Ancelotti, potentially going off a double-double. That's different, man. That pressure going to be different. Modric a year older, Benzema a year older.
No, but you say potentially.
Older. Yeah, it is potentially.
But it could easily, for example, Barcelona could win the league this year.
Oh, yeah. Now if it goes wrong and Ancelotti retires and they don't win La Liga, if they don't win La Liga and they don't win the Champions League, then it makes it a little bit. But, yeah, 2020, fair enough. I'm just saying, innit, like...
I don't know, man.
I'm German as well. I go home.
I'm sorry. I'm going to the biggest club in the world.
I know. Yeah, you ain't going to Manchester United, but go on, carry on.
No, but Real are the biggest club in the world for me.
I'm joking, innit? Yeah, they're big. They're the biggest brand, 100%.
No, but they are the biggest club.
We'll go on, carry on.
But anyway, that's it. And Samson, I was impressed with Anthony so far with Real Sociedad. No, I don't think he was that impressive against Sheriff the other day.
Yeah, he was just decent. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it. He was just decent. He wasn't anything spectacular. But I'm looking, because this is his first, 3 games in, I'm not looking for spectacular. I'm just looking for improvements. And like, he'll get there. I'm looking for more from our other players.
You know the only interesting thing that took from that game? You know when Ronaldo came off, Sancho went into that central area as a centre forward, isn't it? I obviously said I want Sancho as a 10, but
Yeah.
it's interesting. It's interesting that Ten Hag might see the same vision kind of thing in terms of Sancho in the central areas. Because his composure in front of goal is very good kind of thing, isn't it?
Very, very good. Very, very good.
Someone say you don't get many touches. That's naturally going to happen, isn't it? Because I said this. If you're looking at a right side, we have Rant, who's not the best on the ball. I don't care what anyone says. And then you got Scott McTominay ahead of him. Naturally, the left-hand side is going to have more touches. Just because you've got Martinez, quality on the ball, and Eriksen on that side.
Yeah, I suppose. That's fairly accurate. You do have Delo over that side. But again, he's just building into it as well. With Ten Hag's still trying to implement his system. Players are still feeling like Anthony's new. Players are still trying to figure out how to play in the same team. That's what I say about that. And how to get the best. Like, what does Anthony prefer? Does he prefer it into feet, running behind type of thing? Does he want it when he's wide on the touchline? Is he being a decoy guy at times? Like, all of these things play a factor. And Alex is nervous about Martinez against Haaland. Nervous, no. Concerned, yes, because it's Haaland. But nervous, no. I trust our defense. And if City play 10 out of 10, they'll win the game. But styles make fights. And can we hit them on the break? Yes. We need to hope they're not at it. And we've seen this in the Premier League already. They've not been at it every single game. And we are right. And we catch them on an off day. Are they favourites? Absolutely. They're the best team in the league.
But I just think, like you said, my styles make fights. Our style was suited for Man City,
Oh yeah, with that I line, 100%.
Yeah.
With Rashford, obviously you got Bruno, Eriksen who can make third man runs. You got Sancho, you got Anthony. We got enough. Like I say, Arsenal were favourites against us and we beat them. So why can't we do the same to City?
We'll see. But is there anything else you want to say before I wrap this up?
Big up the chat as always, man. You know what I'm saying? Whether we agree or disagree, which is great, large up to the chat. I know some of you lot disappeared once we stop disagreeing, which is crazy. It's like, yo, stick around, man. You might just want to just argue, comedians. But yeah, make sure you hit the like button. Salute Bainsy. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you also hit his TikTok as well. Follow his TikTok as well. And on top of that, fuck Liverpool, fuck Arsenal, fuck Manchester City, fuck Leeds, fuck Anfield, fuck the Etihad, fuck that dump in North London, fuck the dump in Leeds. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Listen, you lot, go follow the TikTok, and you know the last TikTok, leave a comment because it helps with algorithms.
Make sure you do that.
Please do that kind of thing, and make sure you guys follow the TikTok.
He's gassed off his TikTok, people.
Nah, I'll be honest, man. I'm enjoying the TikTok life, you know.
I know you are. Look at the smile on your face. I love to see you smile like that, man.
Nah.
I want to see you happy.
No, but you see TikTok content, instead of me just talking for an hour on a live, bang, 30 seconds done, got my viewpoint across, done. And it's fun, innit? I just get to talk about bare different teams. I was talking about Eddie and Kay yesterday.
And I'm not, and Night Rider, I'm not going to stop Bainsy from getting, I say that all the time. You won't get demonetized.
Yeah, but make sure you guys follow the TikTok. Make sure you guys leave a comment on the last TikTok, because I think I ranked the top 6 managers. Go watch the Eddie and Katie TikTok as well. Subscribe to Flawless Sarcasm City, link is in the title. And that's pretty much it. I'll be back tomorrow with Ty and Biz. Big up.
Oh yeah, as well. Before have you ended it? Before we go, people. This show normally we do it Fridays, but we're gonna move it to Thursdays on Sarcasm City. So it'll be earlier on Thursdays, like 3:30 people. So we moved it to Thursdays on Sarcasm City TV. So me and Bainsy gonna keep the content rolling during international break. 100%. Large up you lot though.
Yeah, I might make a video on this, the Brighton new manager, because he's interesting. But listen, big up everyone watching. We're back soon.